What is up, YouTube? Live via satellite here, and today we're discussing Kingdom. In particular, guys, today we're going to be talking about the top 10 things I want to see happen this year in the world of Kingdom. But before we get into that, guys, if you're new here, click the subscribe button because we talk a lot about Kingdom. And if you like the video, it really helps out if you like the video. Ah, yes, the new year, guys. It is finally here, 2022. And with it comes new goals and dramatic changes that people want to make in their lives. You know, people just want that clean slate. They want to start fresh. Maybe they're trying to quit drinking. Maybe they're trying to lose some weight. Or maybe they're just trying to make Kingdom videos on a more regular basis. Whatever it is, it's a new year and I intend to start and finish strong. Just like all those fresh new faces you see in the gym on January 1st, if they can make it, so can I. Alright guys, so before we jump into this list is mostly supposed to be about things that I hope to see happen this year, right? But two things in particular have already been confirmed and actually don't relate to the manga. So I want to talk about those two things to begin the list, and the other 8 things will be about the manga. So alright guys, starting the list off at number 10, something that's already been confirmed. We actually are going to get to see this year a second installment of the Kingdom live action movie. And for me, guys, this is a really big deal. I'm glad to see that the live action movie is continuing. I hope they bring it back out in US theaters again and again. I'm definitely going to try to attend it. And this time, I promise I will not fall asleep. I mean, even though I was so excited to see that movie, I planned it out so horribly. I did it on a work day. It was pouring rain. By the time I sat down to watch that movie, I was exhausted. But I'm super excited, guys, because not only should this time Shin experience his first war, but we should also be graced with the presence of Kyokai in this movie. And if that's not worth the price of admission, I honestly don't know what is. Alright guys, so at number 9 is going to be season 4 of the anime. Guys, compared to seasons 1 and 2, I think the 3rd season of Kingdom was actually a huge success. And apparently, I'm not the only one who thinks so, because the powers that be have blessed us with a 4th season that is due to arrive in April of 2022. Which story arcs it covers in particular, I'm not really sure, but I'm thinking the Fire Dragons of Wei are definitely going to be involved in this one. Now, even though season 3 was really good in my opinion, I'm hoping the studios don't just stop there. I hope they try to keep progressing and keep getting better, because the story of Kingdom deserves to have a great anime its fans can be proud of. Alright guys, so transitioning into the manga, at number 8, something I'm expecting to see happen this year is going to be a little bit of a history lesson about what happened in Northern Zhao. Guys, currently we have a lot of mysteries to what's going on in Northern Zhao. Riboku and Kane seem to think about it fondly. I mean, she's dreaming about having little Ribokus running around. We have this really strange mystery of why Sun Suiju is called the Orphan of the North. Then we also have to deal with the other mountain people to the north that both Banaji and Sun Suiju really have a dislike for. So when it comes to Northern Zhao, I'm hopeful that by the end of 2022, Hara will have given us all the answers we seek. Alright, so coming in at number 7, guys, is something I'm really looking forward to seeing this year. And it is that Shiba Show actually lives up to the hype. Guys, it should be pretty clear by this point that Shiba Show is going to have a massive role in this arc. But the legends of Shiba Show have been hyped up for years. I mean, apparently this guy is on the level of a 3 Great Heaven. But to date, even with his country under siege, we haven't seen much from him. And with the Zhao already turning away help from a previous 3 Great Heaven, Renpa, it seems like yet again it's all up to Riboku to save Zhao. So if Shiba Show is really as capable as legends say, he'll be a welcome and needed addition to Zhao's military forces. Alright guys, so with me expecting Shiba Show to play a major role this year, number 6 should not come as any surprise. I'm actually expecting a major death to happen in 2022. And when I say major, guys, I mean big. And I'm not talking about on the Zhao side either. I'm expecting there to be a major Chin death this year. Who it could be, I'm not sure. Could it be Ohan? Could it be Moten? Could it be To? I mean, since the Dukes died, I think the closest thing we've had to a big death has been Raido. And not to take away from Raido's death by any stretch of the imagination, I mean, this guy went out like a boss. Him and his men took all that torture and didn't say a single word. And even though it had a heck of an impact, it's nothing in comparison to if a character like, let's say, Moten went down. And yeah, guys, I could be wrong, but I just feel like there's a big death looming, and we'll just have to wait and see what 2022 has in store for us. Alright guys, so moving on to the fifth thing that I'd like to see happen this year. It's kind of a long shot, but I'm going to put it on the list anyway, and that would be the fall of our first state. Guys, seeing the fall of our first state would be so interesting. I mean, I know it's a long shot for Zao to go down this year, but man, I'm telling you, once that happens, things are going to get so interesting. There's going to be so many questions like, what happens to Zao's military? How does Ace gain the loyalty of the citizens? And is this going to be the point when Rishi actually begins to shine and shows his value as one of the former 4 pillars of Ryofui? And all that's just the dynamics of things happening inside the kingdom. Then you have to also look at how all the other states will react to one of the 7 warring states disappearing off the map. Like, what will all the after effects be? Will it create new alliances between states? Will the other states begin to look at Qin as almost a superpower akin to Chu? Or could they actually see them as weaker because now they're a state filled with people who aren't even loyal to the kingdom? I mean, I have to imagine it's going to be pretty tough to get the Zao to want to fight on Qin's side when they're still holding so many grudges against them. Not only do we have the Battle of Chohei, but now we also have Kanki's escapades. The amount of talk no jutsu Ace is going to have to do to get these people on his side is going to be legendary. And hey, hopefully we get to see it this year. But I'm thinking we may not get to see that happen this year, especially because of what I think is going to happen at number 4. And that's that Raboku is going to be in complete control of all of Zao's military power. And this is something I've wanted to see for a long time. I wanted to see what Raboku would be like if he wasn't under the control of Tojo. Like, remember, Tojo was hard to deal with. I mean, like, really hard to deal with. I mean, Raboku was one of his best generals, and he constantly threatened his life. And not only that, he constantly went against whatever Raboku wanted to get done. Remember, if the king would have listened to Raboku, Gyo would have never been conquered in the first place, and Zao wouldn't find themselves in the mess they're in right now. And Tojo's son, even though he's just as perverse as his father, differs from his father in one aspect, and that's the fact that he actually will not hinder Raboku in his military affairs. And not only that, all of Zao's resources will be at Raboku's disposal. So I'm really excited to see what Raboku has up his sleeve in this war. I mean, it's going to be one of the first times that he has everything at his disposal, so there will be no excuses for Raboku after this one. So we'll see finally if Raboku, as the lone survivor of the 3 Great Heavens, is capable of saving Zao single-handedly. Alright guys, so this list is beginning to round out. We're getting into the top 3, and coming in at number 3, guys, one of the things I'd like to see most happen this year in 2022 is that Ace appoints the final member of the 6th grade generals. And of course, as we all know, in Qin right now, there is only one general capable of fulfilling this duty, and that is, of course, Heki.
I feel 10 feet tall right now, and strong as an ox.
Nope, psych, I'm just trolling. Clearly, it would have to be one of the monster trio, right? And if I had to choose, I would guess it would probably be Moten, because he's always been like a little bit of a half step ahead of Ohan and Shin. And we did learn a few arcs ago that his mind was almost on the level of Osen and Raboku. Honestly, I don't care who it is. I just want all 6 seats filled. I mean, Hara has this thing where he loves leaving empty seats. I mean, whether it's the 3 Great Heavens, 7 Fire Dragons Away. I mean, this man loves empty seats. Hara, put a butt in the seat. Alright, coming in at number 2, guys, has to be something that this year I need to find out what it is. Hara, please just tell us, tell the community what it is finally. We need to know the answer to one of the biggest mysteries in all of Kingdom, and that is, what in the world is Kanki's weakness? I mean, this thing feels like it's been going on forever and ever. I mean, I've laid out a couple theories of my own. Even up until recently, more and more new theories have been emerging. Even this new random chick that Kanki's laying with can be theorized to be Kanki's weakness. So we give up. Hara, we give up. Please just tell us in this arc what Kanki's weakness is. Let Raboku show us so that we may finally put this one to bed. Alright, so if you've made it this far, guys, congratulations. You've made it to the end of the video. You've made it to our #1 spot, guys. And the #1 thing I want to see happen this year in 2022, it's something that's long overdue, but it's time for Kyokai and Shin to
Yeah, buddy. It's on now.
It's time for them to smash. It's time for them to get it in. It's time for cheeks to clap. It's time to Netflix and chill. Whatever you want to say, however you want to describe it. It's just time for these guys to do it, man. I'm tired of seeing all this sexual tension between Shin and Kyokai. I mean, did you see when she got a haircut? Shin damn near lost it on the spot.
I'm gonna come.
And I know Kyokai has some feelings about that. It might affect the way they are on the battlefield. Heck, it might make them better. Look at So-Oh and Shiryu. They seem to do just fine. I mean, for them, it's almost like a reward for a job well done. I mean, but beyond all that, it's getting unrealistic. Moten's been a pimp since way back in the day. We see that Ohan actually has a kid. Sei has like 2. And Shin's current age right now is 25 going on 26 if he ain't 26 already. What's hard trying to prolong this until he's in his 30s? So yeah, my friends, it's long overdue. It's time for Shin and Kyokai's relationship to go to the next level. And it isn't just about the sex. I'm kind of being facetious there, but it's just for time for them to be an actual item. It's time for them to be a thing, you know what I mean? So Hara, see what you can do to make that happen in 2022. But anyway, guys, that about does it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought about this in the comments section below. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video and feel free to share, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.